Manual flight.
500 feet.
Checked.
Glide slow.
Plus 100. Minimums.
Continue. Are you ready for the departure briefing?
Go ahead.
Okay, it's going to be a standard pushback and start off the gate. Taxi route will be as assigned by ATC. It'll be a left seat takeoff, using rated thrust. Leave the APU on after engine start. Anti-ice will be off. We are under our maximum landing weight, so we are okay to make an immediate return. Okay, all going well, the departure routing will be via the ATC assigned SID, complying with all published speed and altitude restrictions. No noise abatement procedures required. The local terrain and current weather pose a threat. We'll treat all GPWS terrain alerts as genuine, and we won't rush any procedures today. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
No questions.
Departure brief complete.
Clearance delivery, ANA 4819. Our parking position is Terminal 1, Gate 20, with the ATIS for request clearance.
ANA 4819ers, cleared to RCTP via ESP Alpha November 3, transition KEC departure, departing runway 18, climb to 1000, expect flight level 340 within 10 minutes after departure. frequency is 121
Decimal.
22. Squawk 6123. QNH 1020.
Cleared to RCTP via the ESP Alpha November Tree Transition KEC runway 18. Climb into 1000. Expect flight level 340 within 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 121.22. Squawk 6123. QNH 1020. ANA 4819.
ANA 4819ers. Read that correct. Contact ground 126
Decimal.
22.
Roger, 126.22. ANA 4819.
TCAS test. Pass.
Glide slow. Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up.
Airspeed low. Airspeed low.
Safety inspection checklist and before start checklist to the line.
Safety inspection checklist. Surfaces and chocks.
Checked.
Maintenance status.
Checked.
Battery.
On.
Electrical hydraulic pumps.
On.
Landing gear lever.
Down.
Ship's library.
Checked.
Safety inspection checklist completed.
Before start checklist to the line.
IRS mode selectors.
Nav.
Gear pins.
1, 2, 3 removed.
Probe covers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 removed.
Light test.
Checked.
Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Yaw damper.
On.
Nav transfer and display switches.
Normal. Auto.
Fuel.
31304 pounds. Required 31304 pounds. On board. Pumps on.
Cabin utility IFE galley power.
On.
Emergency exit lights.
Armed.
Fasten belts.
On.
Window heat.
On.
Air conditioning and pressurization.
Pax auto. Bleeds on. Set.
Pressurization mode selector.
Auto.
Instruments.
Cross-checked.
Auto brake.
RTO.
Hydraulics.
Normal.
Speed brake.
Down detent.
Parking brake.
Set.
Stabilizer trim cutout switched.
Normal.
Wheel well fire warning.
Checked.
Radios, radar and transponder.
Set and standby.
Rudder and aileron trims.
Free and 0.
Takeoff briefing.
Discussed.
PA.
Complete.
FMC and CDU.
Set.
N1 and indicated airspeed bugs.
Auto. Full. V1. VR. V2. To go.
Stabilizer trim.
.0 units. Set.
Performance, weight and balance.
Signed and set.
Signed and set. Phones.
Off.
Off. Electronic flight bag.
Airplane mode and stowed.
Airplane mode and stowed. Flight deck windows and cockpit door.
Locked.
Doors.
Closed.
Passengers.
Seated.
Before start checklist to the line completed.
Before start checklist below the line.
Before start checklist below the line. Air conditioning packs.
Off.
Air conditioning packs.
Off.
Anti-collision light.
on.
Parking brake.
Set.
Transponder.
Alt off.
Before start checklist below the line completed.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback. Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear. Parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at wheel.
Start sequence is 2, then 1.
Check.
Start engine 2.
Starting engine 2. Oil pressure.
Set parking brakes.
Start at cutout.
Confirmation for a good engine start.
Cockpit
Number
to
2
ground.
stable.
We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Start engine 1.
Unlocking
Starting engine 1. Oil pressure.
Tow track disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Start at cutout. Number
Ladies
1
and
stable.
gentlemen, we will now commence the safety demonstration. Each aircraft may be different, so we'd appreciate your attention to the TV monitor closest to you.
Flight controls check.
Ready.
Full left. Full right. Center. Full up. Full down. Center rudder. Full left. Full right. Center. Flight controls check complete.
Ground ANA 4819. Request start up and pushback.
ANA 4819. Start up and pushback is approved.
Approved. ANA 4819.
Before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist. Generators.
On.
APU.
Off.
Start switches.
Continuous.
Start switches.
Continuous.
Probe heat.
On.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Air conditioning.
Pax auto. Bleeds on.
Isolation valve.
Auto.
Flaps.
5 required. 5 selected. Green light.
Stabilizer trim.
4.0 units. Units required. 4.0 units. Units set.
Start levers.
Idle detent.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Recall.
Checked.
Before taxi checklist completed.
Clear left.
Clear right.
Config
Ground
check.
ANA 4819. Request taxi.
ANA 4819. Taxi via Echo 5 Echo Delta Charlie Charlie 10 Alpha 10 to runway 18.
Via Echo 5 Echo Delta Charlie Charlie 10 Alpha 10 to runway 18. ANA 4819.
Now we ask that you direct your attention to the forward of each cabin to the TV monitors for a brief important safety message about our The captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. If you haven't already done so, we request that you store your luggage and take your seats so we can have
Contact tower on 126.25.
126.25. ANA 4819.
Before takeoff checklist to the line.
Before takeoff checklist to the line. Config.
Check.
Flaps.
5. Green light.
Stabilizer trim.
4.0 units. Set.
Takeoff briefing.
Pax Auto bleeds on. Speed 149150158. Set. Stop. Altitude is flight level 340. Reviewed.
Holding at cabin. Cabin.
Secure.
Before takeoff checklist to the line completed.
Tower ANA 4819. Holding short, runway 18, request departure.
All Nippon 4819er. Line up runway 18.
Lining up runway 18.
Approach is clear on the left.
Approach is clear on the right.
All Nippon 4819er. Wind 220 at 4. Runway 18.
Stand
Clear
by.
for takeoff.
Before takeoff checklist below the line.
Before takeoff checklist below the line. MCP. Cabin crew, seats for departure.
Set.
Transponder.
TARA.
Strobe lights.
On.
Landing lights.
Complete the checklist.
Landing lights.
On.
Before takeoff checklist below the line completed.
Set takeoff thrust.
Stabilized. Takeoff thrust set, indications normal. $80 knots.
Checked.
V1. Rotate.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up.
Positive rate. Gear up.
Engage heading select.
All
Heading
Nippon
select.
4819er.
Heading select.
Heading select.
Departure on 120. 1.22.
1.22 ANA 4819. Roger ANA 4819. Passing 1000 foot 1000.
All Nippon 4819. Radar contact. Continue via ESP Alpha November 3 transition KEC departure route. Climb to 1000.
Via ESP Alpha November 3 transition KEC departure. Climbing to 1000 ANA 4819.
Flaps 1.
Speed checked. Flaps 1.
Flaps up.
Speed checked. Flaps up. Flaps up, no lights. Stand by. After takeoff checklist. Air conditioning and pressurization 1.9 set. Altimeters.
Passing 4647 feet. QNH 3012.
After takeoff checklist completed. Happy to release the cabin crew?
Yes, please.
Okay.
3.1032, 13532 back.
Jersey 533, continue on the heading. What's your requested level? 330. Jersey 533, roger. Climb flight level 330.
330, maintain heading, Jersey 533.
Shuttle 7 Yankee, contact London 131.12. 112, Shuttle 7 Yankee, bye-bye. Bye.
Limit 4819er, contact approach on 130.1.
Set QNH 3002.
Approach control, ANA 4819, passing 3000 foot 5000.
Alnipon 4819er, clear Delta Romeo Alpha, Kilo 1 Alpha, arrival. Expect ILS, approach runway 05 left, transition, Juliet Alpha, Mike Yankee.
DRA Kilo 1 Alpha, expect ILS approach, runway 05 left, transition JAM Mike Yankee ANA 4819.
Belts, recall 121.50 deselected.
Descended to 4500 ANA 4819.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your safety and the safety of those around you, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and keep the aisles and exits clear until the seatbelt signs are turned off. Take care when opening overhead lockers, as items may have moved during our flight. Mobile phones may now be used on board, and smoking is not permitted inside the terminal. Thank you for choosing to fly with us. It's been our pleasure looking after you today. On behalf of your crew, we wish you a safe onward journey and hope to see you again soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. Make sure your seat belt is securely fastened and all carry-on luggage is stowed underneath the seat in front of you or in the overhead bins. Please turn off all electronic devices until we are safely parked at the gate. Thank you.
Flaps 1.
Speed checked. Flaps 1, cabin crew, seats for landing.
Flaps 5.
Speed checked. Flaps 5.
Nippon 4819er, cleared ILS, approach runway 05 left, transition, Juliet Alpha, Mike Yankee.
ILS approach, runway 05 left, transition, JAM Mike Yankee, ANA 4819er.
One to go.
Check.
KARA and intersection. Left turn to heading 100, ANA 4819er.
Gear down, flaps 15.
Speed checked. Flaps 15. Gear down.
Flaps 30.
Speed checked. Flaps 30.
Flaps 40.
Speed checked. Flaps 40.
Landing checklist to flaps.
Landing checklist to flaps. Start switches.
Continuous.
Recall.
Checked.
Speed brake.
Not armed.
Speed brake.
Armed. Green light.
Landing gear.
Down 3 green.
Auto brake.
3 set.
Flaps.
Complete the checklist.
Flaps.
40. Green light.
Holding at landing lights.
Complete the checklist.
Landing lights.
On.
Landing checklist completed.
Manual flight.
500 feet.
Checked.
Glide slow.
Plus 100. Minimums.
Continue.
$50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Speed brake up. Reverses normal. 7-8%. 100 knots.
Checked.
80 knots.
Checked.
60 knots.
Checked. Manual braking.
Auto brake disarmed.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your safety and the safety of those around you, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and keep the aisles and exits clear until the seatbelt signs are turned off. Take care when opening overhead lockers, as items may have moved during our flight. Mobile phones may now be used on board, and smoking is not permitted inside the terminal. Thank you for choosing to fly with us. It's been our pleasure looking after you today. On behalf of your crew, we wish you a safe onward journey and hope to see you again soon.
Starting the APU. APU on the buses. We are not at 3 minutes yet.
The boarding requested.
「上野東京ライン常磐線直通勝田行きです。まもなく発